Every student has things they do outside of school. Some people play sports, some participate in clubs, but for the students who have jobs,
I work at Guardian Angels.
Target and Otsego.
I work at Making Memory Ceramics, which
it's a different story. One example of a student balancing student life and work life is Gabby Kappas. Gabby works at Guardian Angels, a senior care organization.
I'm a cook there, so basically when I get there I'm in charge of preparing the meals, and we have mechanical patients and puree patients, so I'm in charge of like cutting up and pureeing food as well, which is pretty interesting. And then I serve the meal and I interact with the residents, and yeah, that's basically my job.
And Gabby isn't the only one in her family to work at Guardian Angels.
My dad works for Guardian Angels for a really long time. He worked there for 15 years. And so I kind of grew up around like the Guardian Angels company and the buildings, and I know a lot about the company and I really like their message. And so when I was looking for a job, I knew that I'd be treated like family.
Most teenagers get a job in high school to make money or save money for their future, but Gabby works there for a lot more than the paycheck.
I think my favorite part of the job is the residents and my coworkers. I really love my coworkers. They're super fun and super sweet people. And I really love the residents. They always make me laugh. They're always doing like crazy funny things that sometimes I don't even think that they know how funny it is.
A senior living center is a pretty uncommon environment for a teenager. Target, on the other hand, is quite the opposite. Kira Anderson is employed at the Target in Otsego.
I'm a fulfillment worker, so I collect people's orders that they ordered online. It entails me pushing a cart around the entire store and getting a lot of steps.
But when it comes to the social aspect of a job, Kira agrees with Gabby.
I like my job because I have a lot of friends and it just makes me happy.
Even though working at a big corporation can have its downsides,
You have a lot of benefits from the company. You get a nice discount.
sometimes a job can be more enjoyable when it is a locally owned company. Mary Moudry works at Making Memory Ceramics in Otsego.
usually I have to turn on the open sign, and I have to put away all of the paintbrushes that were cleaned from the day before because I had to dry and stuff. I also put away all of the bowls that we cleaned and the sponges and stuff like that. In the store, I will check all of the paint bottles because if they're dirty, I will clean all of the paint bottles. And I will sweep the floor. Sometimes I'll mop if there are no customers. If there are customers, I will greet them at the door, and then if they have been there before, I'll tell them where to sit and where to go wash their hands, and then I will give them the entire spiel about how all of our paints work.
As most smaller companies are, there is quite a bit of personal connection between the employees and customers.
I check in with people who are already painting. I compliment their colors because everyone is painting differently, and it's super fun to
One
see.
way Mary balances her school and work life is by simply working less during school.
Me and my boss have kind of made an agreement where I'll work 3 days a month, typically on a Saturday.
Whether you work at a big corporation, a locally owned business, or somewhere in between, having a job as a student can be stressful, but even with the stress that can come with a full schedule, being employed during high school can bring a lot of positive things into a student's life. This has been JD, Natalie, and Isaac, Noise News.